The party
Guys,
was lame to me.
scary.
The Ari.
Right. This is the fun.
Yeah.
So they're trying to track him down. Mora's at the party.
I just want to say, you are never allowed to pick the freaking theme for anything again. Okay. Albuquerque, fire truck. We're just yelling out words now? What's going on here? Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of BS Drunk Movie Reviews. This is a weekly podcast, but we do upload the video version of this to our YouTube channel, so be sure to check us out there. My name is Matt, and as always, I'm being joined by my sister, Vetta.
Hi, guys.
Hey, you. How you doing?
Good. Yourself?
I'm doing all right. So for this episode, we have a special guest. Our brother Marlin is back, my twin. Hey, Marlin, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing really good. How are you?
Marlon, I'm having a hard time tonight. This episode, you guys, is going to be a little bit of a doozy because I got some work to do. Anyways, okay, so before we get started, we're going to tell you what the movie is. On this episode, so this month, we're doing vacation movies, and Marlon has chosen the movie Dutch, the 1991 version, not the 2021 version. But before we get started on this episode, I'm going to ask the most important question of the night, and that is, what are you drinking? And Marlon, we're going to ask you first. What are you drinking, buddy?
I decided on Coke Zero.
Delicious. All right, Vetta, what are you drinking?
Cherry rum and Coke.
Nice. I am having
with a good old classic. What do you got?
I've got a honey whiskey and a Dr. Pepper. So
Nice.
we're all, yes. Just because, yeah. And the first one is almost gone because I've had to put this episode together with glue and.
Oh yeah, this is like my third.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys, the movie Dutch. Working man Dutch is dating the divorced Natalie, and he offers to drive her stuffy 13-year-old Doyle, what a dumb fucking name, from his private school in Atlanta to his mother's home in Chicago for Thanksgiving. Doyle is not interested as he blames Natalie for the divorce and wants nothing to do with mom's new boyfriend, especially given the man's lowly working class roots. This pair makes for a journey filled with bickering, mishaps, and eventually bonding. All right, I just want to say one thing. So this kid annoys the shit out of me this whole movie. I don't know about you guys, but I also don't like his putting down of the working class. Now, Vetta, you wouldn't know anything about that, but I really don't like him being all like, every 5 seconds, it's like, you're working class. It's like, oh, get the fuck out of here, you little douche. Okay, Marlon, what about you? Do you think you hate that he does that the whole movie?
Yeah. I mean, I think hold on. I did write a note about this that I do like hold on. We're gonna have to cut this because my son is standing right next to me. Okay.
It's okay.
What do you want?
I want snacks.
You want snacks? It's bedtime.
I'm super hungry.
Guys, I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Okay, don't worry about
it.
And just wave at me. And I heard him coming because he's loud as shit. Remember when we were kids, we would tiptoe slowly? Not my kids.
My kids are the same way.
Floor that squeaked, you knew where it was, so you'd move around it. Yeah.
My kids are like, oh.
Okay, what was that?
So, yeah, I thought it was super, like, not coming from money. Anytime children act like they're better than just everybody, including adults, I just want to slap them in the face and just go, you don't know shit. You don't know anything about making money. You don't know how hard it is. Or we have to. Anyway, yeah.
When you're born with a silver spoon in your mouth, you don't get to comment on the working class.
Yeah. I'm trying to look. I have notes that I wrote down because I knew I would forget. You know, I picked this movie and I hadn't seen it in a long time, and then I'm watching it and I'm like, I don't remember that happening the first time I watched it. So, one thing I did note about Doyle's attitude was I do like it that he gets a little taste of real life in this film because of his attitude.
Right on.
And his whole viewpoint on Dutch changes, and then at the end he gets the big reveal about Dutch that he had no clue about, which I find even funnier too.
Yes. Okay. So, hold on. I'm making myself a second drink because
Yeah, you gotta freshen it up. It's okay.
Oh, I'm already like, I'm just sorry. I am preparing myself for a great annoyance for this episode. Okay.
Nice.
So let's pull this sucker up. Okay. So the first thing we get this party, right? And this party has a bunch of rich, fancy folk in it. And we get introduced to Natalie. And they're all like, "Oh, this is Natalie. She's what's his face's widow, right?" And so in this party, we also meet his dad. And so his dad is going through the party, and he's just introduced, and he's the one that's got all the money, right? Because Natalie's just going to lose everything. But Natalie used to be like a barmaid or some bullshit. And so, but she brings Dutch to this party. And Dutch is being very nice. We meet Dutch. He's smoking a cigar, getting attacked by, a chow or whatever the fuck that dog was. And so then he comes up to his now ex-wife, and he's clearly jealous because he's a little douche. And he's all like, hey, sweet pea, my ex-wife and everything. He's like, "Can I talk to Natalie for a second?" And everything.
Privately.
And privately.
This is a family matter.
This is a family matter. And he's all like, "Listen, I can't take Doyle for Thanksgiving." She's like, "Dude, you got to take him. He worships the ground you walk on, fucker." And he's like, "I just can't. I can't take him." And she's all like, "Fine. I'll call and tell him or whatever."
No. He tells her. She says, "Hey, well, how'd he take it?" And he goes, "Oh, well, I haven't called him yet." And she goes, "You haven't told him?" And he says to her, "You can tell him, because remember, you've got that nice house, that car,
right.
You get half a custody of Doyle. And if you don't do these things, I can take it away just like that."
Right. So then this is going on and everything. And, Dutch, he overhears and he's like, I gotta talk to this asshole for a second. And he tells him, he's like, "Hey, you do anything to hurt her, and I'll leave an imprint of my pinky on your forehead," or something along those lines. I can't remember. If you remember, you fill me in.
"Your dog will bleed. I'll punch you so hard.
Your dog will bleed." That's right. And everything. So you're like, "Ooh, that's nice." He stood up for his little woman. So then finally we do get the phone call to Doyle. Now, when we meet Doyle, right, he is in this school, right? And he is just a little douche. And I just want to be like, Doyle, first off, he was cleaning his computer, which I'm like, I can appreciate that, Doyle. I clean off my computer just like that. I get the air, and then I get the alcohol. I clean off the keys and everything. Yeah. So I'm the same way. But then he treats this other working class kid whose dad, he's only
on scholarship
because his dad works there. And I'm all like, Doyle, that kid could be your best friend if you weren't such a dick and everything. So he gets the call from his mom, right? And his mom's all like, "I'm sorry, sweetie." And he's like, "I don't want to spend Thanksgiving with you, you tart. And your boyfriend, gross," and everything. So he hangs up the phone. And I thought this part right here was very poignant because he goes, and because he's mad, he kicks over this trash can of this janitor. And the janitor doesn't do a damn thing. I'd have beat the shit out of that kid if he had knocked over my trash and I had to clean it all up. I'm all like, this little douchebag is a little douchebag and everything. I was like, oh, what a fucking asshole.
But
can I just say that would have been a great cut into the movie? Like he kicks over the thing and the janitor just picks up that stick and just starts smacking him and punching him, and he's like screaming. Ah!
That would have been
breaks the broom in half and starts beating the shit out of the kid with it. But can I just tell you this? Don't you guys just go, this is just shitty parenting? Because if we would have done that, our mom would have made us help the janitor for the rest of our lives clean up every ounce of trash ever. Like, so I have to go, his parents have raised him to be a tool, period. This next scene grosses me out.
Yeah, so the next scene.
Why do women always get
on? Because he's handling raw chicken and he touches everything.
Well, I thought that what? Marlin?
He said, so what? I touch raw chicken all the time.
Yeah, I touch raw chicken all the time. That part didn't
Yeah,
bother me.
that's fine that he's touching the raw chicken, but you don't touch raw chicken and then start touching cabinets and
That's a
other
good point.
things. You're
That's true.
spreading all the germs. Gross.
Yeah, I do want to just say that as a cook, I found, and I do not cook, but I found his methods very like look at all this crap they have on there, and he's just like manhandling this freaking chicken. I'm like, why don't you get if you're gonna get the chicken, why don't you get a knife that's serrated so you can cut it off? But he keeps
Or
using
use kitchen shears. I do that, and I use mine
like scissors.
kitchen
Yeah, I use scissors. Yeah. But then finally he just like hacks this fucker to pieces. and I like how so they are discussing whether or not he's gonna go pick up Doyle. He's like, let me just go pick up your kid. I'll bring him back. And on the way there, we can get to know each other. You know, he'll get to know me and the kind of person that I am. I'll get to know your son because I'm gonna be boning you for quite some time and everything. She's like, I don't know if that's such a great idea. You would do that for me, baby. And he's like, yeah. And so he makes this delicious meal. Actually, he doesn't because he's obviously screwed up the meal because they are now in a restaurant. Oops, I missed.
Well, I was going to say, you were saying all the stuff he was cooking. I did with him hacking away at it. It seemed like he did not know how to cook anything. That he was just
I
winging.
did like his confidence of like, hey, I can cook a chicken. I mean, we've all been there where we're just making our date some dinner, like we know what we're doing, and the next thing you know, it's dry as shit, and you're like, oh, I threw some water in there.
You're like, just add a little butter.
Just a little butter. So the next thing we get is Dutch goes to see Doyle, right? And while he's there, he's all like, I like when he walks in, he's like, Dad? And I'm like, that from behind, that doesn't look anything like your dad. It looks like Al Bundy. Like, what are you doing, kid? Then I have to ask you a question. Do you find Al Bundy attractive at all? No? Okay. All right.
No.
I don't know. Okay, so he is surprised when that guy turns around. He's like, Dutch, and I'm all like, you should have led with something else, buddy, because look at his face. He is not happy right now, and he throws a book at him.
Be kidnapped and
yeah, and he hits him. Yeah, and hits him right in the nose with the book, and then he gets out a golf club and like just whacks the shit out of him.
You know, crazy. That would be my face if I got hit with the hockey stick.
Yeah, and then he kicks him in the nuts. He like drop kicks his nuts. Then he kicks him in the face, and then he's all like. Then he goes and grabs a BB gun and shoots him a couple of times. And
which I'm like, he did more damage with the kicking than he did with the BB gun.
That's exactly what I thought. He recovered from those pellet shots way easier than the kick to the nuts.
Oh, trust me, I know. I've been shot in the face with a BB gun.
Oh,
Marlin.
yeah. Sorry about that. Okay, listen. But he handled those. He handled the BBs like John Wick, like just holding up his coat, just taking all the bullets.
That is true. So he fixed his broken nose because he's like and everything. And I was like,
they always do that in the movies, and I'm like, do people do that in real life where they get a broken nose and they just crank it back in? Because I'm like, I feel like it needs a little bit more than that.
Yeah. So he's sitting here and he's talking to him. And he's like, listen, kid, I'm taking you home and everything for Thanksgiving. And Doyle's all like, listen, old man, fuck that noise. I'm not going home with you.
And you can't make me.
Yeah, he's like, you can't make me. So, shit. So he's all like, he's sitting here and he goes, he's like, you can't make me and everything. He's like, oh yes, I can. And he ends up, hold on, I gotta get it. And he ties him up to a hockey stick, like he's a butterball turkey. He just puts some underwear in his mouth and just yeah, like he's a Native American just bringing home supper and everything. And I'm all like, this is child endangerment. I just want to say he puts like, listen, this kid's a douche and deserves a lot of the shit he gets. But at the same time, I go, the 90s were fucking hardcore, yo, because you could not do this to a child.
Could you imagine someone walking out of their house or their kid's private school and the kid's 13 and he's carrying a suitcase and a kid attached to a hockey stick? Like, phones would be out, cops would be called. It would just, and then he just chucks him in the back seat, like, you know.
Like he's a kidnapper of a child, which he technically is. And he's like, so they're driving along, and he's all like, "Listen, I don't know if that underwear was clean or not." And I was like, "Ew!"
And that's what freaks the kid out, to spit the underwear out of his mouth. I would have been like a long time ago freaking
Yeah, why
out.
didn't you spit it out before? Oh, when he
Right.
told you there might be shit on it, that's when you decide I don't want this in my mouth.
Well, and wouldn't it have been his underwear, so he would know if his underwear was clean or not? Like, unless, I mean, I think it would have been better if like Dutch just pulled his underwear off and there was like a rip in the middle and then shoved it in his mouth.
That'd be fun.
That's so nasty.
That is nasty. Okay, so they're sitting here, and he's all like, "Listen, you
and the
want
kid's just screaming, "Stop the car!
stop the car!" So he stops the car, and the kid falls and everything. And he's all like, "Hey, listen, kid, we're gonna have to do this. So why don't we be chill, all right? And just whatever." So I wanted to talk about, hold on, this right here, because we get this restaurant scene, right? Where we get this. Okay, now I just want to say I am not somebody that is judgmental. That's a lie. I am judgmental.
I was gonna say,
this food right here, I don't know why he's dumping grease or oil or whatever the hell that is in that ladle, but he's just putting it on every. I'm like, you don't need to do that. You don't. A stick of butter would do just fine. Not this, whatever it is you're ladling on here. And then this guy right here, who eats like this? Like, I'm just all like, listen, you must be really drunk. You are chewing on that bone like you're trying to get the marrow out of it. And I just go, why? You don't need to do that. Like there's
and
more
all
chicken
that's on that plate are bones and fries. And I'm like,
and
does
gristle.
he think he's got a fry? And he's
yeah.
chewing on it long enough that he goes, oh,
Yeah.
wait, that's not a fry? I don't.
Yeah. And this woman that he's sitting next to, look at her cigarette. Like, it is, the ash on that is like
Takes
7
talent.
inches. That does take talent. And I just want to be like, I just want to be, now, I don't know about you, but I feel like I've seen this woman somewhere. Like maybe she was the ghost in Ghostbusters, the library ghost. But when
I
it turns into
personally
a
go,
ghoul,
isn't she the mom in that stupid animated movie we just did, Twitch?
I mean, that would be also a thing. Like, just like her, look at that. That is, you're right. That's talent. That's insane to me. That is one puff. She just went, and
Right.
that's one puff, like right there. And then
And
she's
I
all
will
like,
be honest, we grew up in a family of like aunts and parents smoking and everything. And I don't think I ever seen them ever keep the ash on the end of their cigarettes, let alone like that. That's just crazy.
yeah,
See, I think
do like,
you know what would have made
Go
this
ahead.
scene better though with it instead of that ash thing, because I thought that was kind of like, oh yeah, you know, I'm like you, I'm like, wow, look at that. But I almost wish she would have been talking to him and like smoking, and then like some smokers can do, they could just drop the cigarette and it hangs onto their lip and they just keep talking and then they just pop it back up and they're still going.
That would have been good. That would have been
That would
good.
have been nice.
I did like how this guy put like a touch of ketchup on his bones. You know, I was like, okay, look at you, a little flavor. You know,
I just assumed he was trying to suck out the marrow, like he's like gnarling on it, trying to get the marrow out the middle.
Because that was a big thing, at least like of an older generation. Like I can remember family members
Coming back, man. It's coming back with keto and cardio or carnivore.
Not with me.
Yeah.
So, okay,
Yeah.
now I want to play this, but look at the way he opens up this menu, right? Okay. Look at that. It's like grilled cheese. Just, you know, somebody came on that menu. Somebody came on that menu. I'm just saying that. Like, look at this menu. It's like, I love how they use whiteout on some of it. I'm like, that's not how plastic works. I just want you to know that. They've read it. They've taken a red pen to
Probably
the menu.
nail polish, not whiteout.
Right. So I love how she's like, what can I get you, son? And he's like, anything that won't give me diarrhea or something like that. And I'm all like, or won't make me vomit. And I'm all like, don't be rude, asshole. Don't be rude. Okay.
Because somebody in this restaurant, this is their favorite restaurant. They eat here every day and you're being a dick.
Yeah, you're being a dick for no reason. Okay. They must have ordered something, right? Because then Dutch stops at a firework place. Now I don't have the scene with the fireworks, but He gets fireworks and he's like, fireworks are illegal in Illinois. And I'm all like, you're such an idiot. And he's like, yeah, but we're in Tennessee and they're not illegal here. And I'm like, yeah, fucker, you stopped at a fireworks shop. They're not illegal wherever you are, you little idiot. And he's like, let's take these fireworks down the road.
So smart. He's a dumbass.
Yeah, he is pretty dumb. But he's like, why don't we go down the road to get some, and we'll let him off. And I'm all like, that sounds like fun. This little asshole. Yeah.
He would have won me over with this. Like,
exactly.
That's all he's trying to do is win Doyle over. This would have won me over. I'd have been like, give me that Roman candle. I want one too.
That would have won me over. And then what he's about to pull right here is not only wrong in every sense of the word, but it also would have won me over. Okay, so he buys a pack of dirty playing cards.
Yes, and he just wouldn't have won me over, but
well, that's because you're a girl. So he pops. Okay, so he pops one out, and I love his little trick. He like, hold on, let me get it. Because when he did this, I was like, okay, and I have something to say about this. I love his little trick. Like, he's just like wiggles it like on the top. I'm like, don't be an asshole, just show him the titties. And so he pulls it up and he's like playing with him, right? Like he's gonna show him, and he doesn't. Oh God, he doesn't show him the whole thing. He just pulls it. Oh my God, sorry, this is making me
to imply.
He's like, hey, you want to see these nips? Yeah, come here. You
Number one customer.
Yeah, you want to see these knockers?
You want to see the goods?
This was back in the old days where you actually had to work to get your porn. You just couldn't hit a couple keystrokes to get porn. The truth?
I would like to comment.
Pack of cards.
Yeah, you had to go in. You had to go into the shop and let the mouth breathers check you out.
Yeah, exactly.
And at 13 years old,
hey man, you want the porn identity 4? We got that in stock.
You guys remember when you could go into 7-Eleven and they had the porn magazine?
Yeah, they had their fuck magazine rack. Yeah, your fuck magazine rack. Yeah. I just want to say our grandfather owned a pack of these cards, and I stole some of them, and I would jerk off them like all the time. Like I'm all like,
that's what I mean. To a 13-year-old boy in the 90s, these cards were fucking gold.
Yeah, they were great. Yeah, they were so good. Okay, so then we get so after they get this card,
really realistically, if this was real life, that kid would have been like, hey, I'll make you a deal. I will be good for the rest of this trip if you give me that pack of cards right now.
Right. Yeah, give me that pack. Yeah, exactly.
And at the next hotel, let me take an extra long shower and don't bother
speaking of the hotel, I would like. I don't have it here, but I want to comment on it later. I'm going to comment on it now. Later on in the movie, when they're sleeping in the hotel, he steals this pack of cards, and okay, so it shows him, and you get to see the titties because we can't show that here, but you get to see the titties, right? And then they do a shot of Dutch smiling in the next bed over, and I'm like, is Dutch watching him jerk off? This is weird. This is so weird. I'm not happy right now. I just want to say that right now. It was so weird.
Yeah, Dutch is weird. He was wiggling his finger like it was a little wiener.
I am just gonna say, if I did not know, I would never have guessed in a million years that this was a John Hughes movie. Just because Dutch is probably a psychopath and Doyle's probably a sociopath, because these two are just bananas to me.
Right. Yeah. Because exactly. Like you're like, excuse me, Mr. Hughes. What's going on here in this scene? Okay. So like we said before, he takes him to this field. And I say field, it's like right in front of a fence. And he lets out all these fireworks. And now, granted, I don't like fireworks now, but as a kid, I would have loved this shit. He's like having a hey-o time, and he's just watching them. And I'm like, this looks like fun. Why don't you get out of the car and enjoy this shit? He has a giant
stick up his ass.
Yeah, exactly. He's like pretending it's coming out his butt and everything, or out his ding dong. And then, he's having a good time, right? Okay, so then we get this twirly one that spins, right? And it comes off of the gate that he put it on. And it lands inside the bag with all the other fireworks.
And I feel like everyone who has ever done fireworks has had a mishap like this with their fireworks.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's crazy. Okay, so hold on 1 second, guys. I just need to.
He throws his jacket over it.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm just trying to get some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking dick. Sorry.
I am. Genetic.
You are what you eat. Anyways, so then it lands inside the fireworks, right? And it's letting him off. So Dutch does this really dumb thing. He puts his coat over the bag. Now, I felt like this was a bad idea. Like, I'm all like, I don't see how that would do anything, right? Like, I'm all like,
It's a bad idea. It's a terrible idea.
Yeah, I just don't get. I was trying to figure out what exactly he was trying to do, because he was trying to do like, like a fire blanket. I'm like, your coat isn't the same material as a fire. Your coat is feathers, okay? And feathers are known to burn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's going up
exactly.
like
I'm like,
Roman candle.
yeah, a fire blanket is made out of special material that would put out the fire, And so,
And I go, he wouldn't have taken the time to get his coat off. Maybe he would have been able to get in the damn car.
exactly.
I'm so sure that if it was a fire blanket, it would have put it out, because fireworks burn off of chemicals inside them. So it would have
That's a
just
good point too. But maybe they wouldn't have went all over the place. I don't know. I'm just
Maybe.
saying. I'm just saying. He was, and I love how he tries to get in Doyle's side. Like, I'm like, what are you gonna do? Crawl on top of Doyle?
Yeah,
Like,
he
what actually-
will. Yeah,
So then he's acting all weird, like trying to get, like, and he gets behind the car, and all the fireworks go off. The cops are not called at all. He picks up his coat, which now has a huge hole in it, and feathers are just
contributes to their homeless look later on. Like,
yes. And I love the feathers just coming out of the hole. And then he gets in the car, which now is magically, deliciously unlocked, which I'm all like, I don't think it was locked in the first place. I think that you're just a big idiot. He's like, all right, let's
get the rope.
yeah, keep it moving. Now, I don't have anything for this next part, but I just want to say, so for this next part, they're driving in the car, right? Okay. And inside the car, Doyle is all like, I'm gonna make your life a living hell, motherfucker, and everything. And he's all like, buddy, anything you got, I can take.
It's
and,
like, anything you can do, I can do better.
Right. And one thing that he does is he takes his cigar that he's lit up, and he throws it into his crotch. And
so great.
And it's lighting on fire and everything. He's like, God damn it, and everything. And he pulls over and he kicks Doyle out of the car. Okay. And so Doyle, he's throwing shit at the car, which I'm like, hey, you need to calm it down, because you're being a fucking dick. Okay. So then he does all that and everything. And then Dutch is all, he's like, you got one, he's like, throw one more thing and I'm driving off without you. He's like, do it, fucker, and everything. And so Doyle, Dutch drives off. He's like, the hotel is like 5 miles that way or whatever. And the kid has to start walking. I was like, you don't feel stupid now, you little idiot. And so when he gets to the hotel, he's all like, where's my stuff? And he's like, it's in the car. And he gives him the keys. He's like, make sure you lock it up. And I'm all like, you don't give a psychopath your keys to your car. No. So while he's doing that, the kid gets in, goes in for a joyride in the parking lot, and stops the car in the middle of the road. And then this big semi truck comes along and just plows right into it. And Dutch thinks that the kid is inside the car. And he's like, oh, fuck, Doyle. And I was like, I'm not getting my nuts sucked anymore and everything. So the car is totally trashed. And you find out that Doyle is not in the car. Okay. And the truck driver, I love how the truck driver gets out of the truck. And he's like, I didn't see anything. And I'm like, you didn't see a big fucking car
in the middle
of the road, you fucking asshole, right?
This is like a late 80s style vehicle. It's not like one of these little Fiats or a coupe. This is a big ass car.
And it's, yeah, exactly. And the car was lit up by all the street lamps that were next to the motel and the street and the bar that was next to in the across the street or whatnot. So I'm all like, I don't already, this guy's story's not tracking, right? But one thing he does that Dutch says to him, he's like, hey, listen, thanks for going along with my story with the cops. Here's $200 or whatever, get the damages done. But if it's not enough to cover it, here's my card, give me a buzz. Okay. And then he's like, oh man, thanks a lot and everything. And then he points at Dutch. And he's like, if it weren't for your daddy, I'd beat your ass or some shit like that. I can't remember exactly. And I'm all like, okay. I'm like, that's not his daddy. Okay. Yeah.
But he ain't
So-
wrong. He needs an arse whooping for sure.
Oh, for sure. And I love how he's just all like nonchalant about it. Like the kid's all like, I didn't do anything wrong. And
the kid's all like, now are you gonna call my mom and get us flown home or my dad? And Dutch is like, nah, not happening.
no, fucker, we're gonna keep
We're
fighting.
hitchhiking this bitch out.
Yeah. So then they go, they do, I can't remember if it's before this or after this, but they get into a fight. And Dutch, like, or Doyle, hold on one second.
Is all gloaty.
Yeah, because he's all like, I have come to realize that I can, not only can I defeat you intellectually, but I can defeat you physically, you pussy.
I could have done so much worse. I want you to know.
Yeah, I could have done so
'Cause
much
I'm a
worse.
brown belt.
Yeah. And he's all like, okay, fine, whatever, and everything. And he's like, I just want you, he's like, I think that you're pathetic or whatever. And I can't remember like that. And he's like,
Because you're the
he's like-
working class. That's when he
Yeah,
gets in the whole working class thing.
yeah. And so so this comes to the point where he's all like, I can beat you. And this is where, and Marlon, I'm going to let you say the line because this is my favorite line of the entire fucking movie. But he goes, no matter what you push at me, there's one thing I can do that you can't. He's like, what's that? And Marlon, what does Dutch say?
I can pay for my meal.
Yes, I take back. This is not my favorite line. This is not my favorite line. But
You
But
like
he
the
says-
one
I
in
know
the
you're.
parking
I know
lot.
what you're. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So he's like, I can pay for my breakfast, right, and everything.
Yeah, my
And
breakfast.
so my breakfast, and then so the next thing is either standing in the parking lot, and he burps, and then he says, "My favorite line, your favorite line. What is it, Marlon?"
Oh, nothing burps better than bacon. Your
And then
water look tasty. And I actually put a note that this is directing genius because the zoom in of his face when he leans forward and says, your water look tasty. It made you really feel like, damn, he's saying this right in this kid's face. Like, damn, starved to death.
Yeah, starved to death, you little bitch.
Yeah.
How's working class look now, bitch?
Exactly. So they are now hitchhiking across the country or whatnot.
Mhm.
And he's there, trying to get to Chicago or whatnot. And he's all like, this fucking sucks and everything. And he's like, this is never gonna work. He's like, it's gonna fucking work, you little loser. And I can't remember exactly if they get a ride or not, but they do end up in a parking lot, and he's like, all right, the story is I'm your dad and I got a bum ticker and everything, and you're my kid, and you're all like, an idiot, you're a retard and everything. And he's like, you don't look pathetic enough. He's like, look more pathetic. And he's like, I like him. He's like, can you give me one of these? Like, help me. And I'm all like, you just look like a little chubby kid at this point in time. You don't look like, like anything's really wrong with you, except for you're really stupid. And across the road, we get these two whores. And they're all like, they're like, oh, look at him. He's so sad. He's so pathetic and he needs us and everything. And he's all like, help me and everything. And so they're all like, and then they're doing he's like, smile. And he's like, help me. And look, like, what is he doing there? Like,
He looks like he's trying to be a beaver or something with his teeth gnawed out.
Yeah. At one point, he even does the whole little like puppy dog thing. He's like, and the thing, it's like, what are you doing? Like, you've clearly never done this before. And so finally, these two whores are all like, hey, you guys want a ride? You guys need some help or whatever? And they're like, jackpot, whores and everything.
They're
And so
call girls and sometimes dancers.
Sometimes dancers topless, only from the waist up, darling.
TOPLESS. Topless.
Topless. TOPLESS. Good one, Marlon. That's a good callback, Marlon. Okay. So now while they're in the car, this is where they're talking, and they're like, you guys are topless and everything. And they're call girls, whores, they're hookers. And I did like how Dutch just called them hookers and everything, and Doyle's trying to be nice and everything.
Trying to be nice. Whatever. He's drooling all over the one in the back seat.
Oh yeah,
What are
yeah.
you
He
talking
wanted
about?
to.
Yeah, you gotta lie to these whores if you want to get in their
Sex
pants.
worker.
Come on.
That is true. That is true. I'm just saying.
But they're not hookers, they're call girls / dancers.
Dancers, yeah, they're good. They're good.
They're the
girls.
respectable
Fun
sex
when she
workers.
says it, when she goes, yeah, we're call girls and we dance on the side sometimes. Like she makes it sound like dancing is the worst of the two.
Yeah.
Right. While they're in the car, they all fall asleep except for the chick driving. I don't remember her name. It doesn't even matter. Her name is Candy for all we care. And she's all like, so she steals his wallet and everything, which he's got money in the wallet. And then she tries to take off his ring, but she can't get it off. So she gets out this lotion, and it's obviously been used up on a client, a prior client. So she's squeezing it as hard as she fucking can, and it comes out and lands in Dutch's mouth. And he's like, and everything. So hilarious. And she's like, shit, I fucked up. She's like, never mind. I don't need the ring. And he's got that taste in his mouth for the rest of the freaking trip, which I found was hilarious. And so they get out, and he's all groggy or whatever, and then she's
Doesn't
all
check
like,
his pockets.
doesn't check his pocket. He doesn't check anything. Like none of it. Like he's stuck in the proverbial pussy fog, even though he hasn't gotten any. He's just stuck there and everything because he's like, oh, these whores are cute and everything, or they're hot or whatnot. And so then they go inside. And he's all like, they're talking to him, and the two girls, she's like, listen, I stole his wallet. And I love how the one that was in the back with him, he was like drooling all over her boobies and everything. How she's all like, oh, he's really sweet and everything. And you're all like, oh, sweetie, come on. What's rule number 1 of being a hooker? Don't fall in love with the client,
Yeah.
So then, so they're sitting there, and so he's sitting there talking to him and everything. And then finally they go back outside and they've left him. And Dutch realizes that they've stolen his money. And this is where they get into a full on like karate fight. And he's like, I'm not going to fight you. But then he like kicks at him, and his shoe falls off and hits him right in the fucking head like a little idiot. And I love how when he turns around, his pants have split, which I was like, oh, that sucks, dude. We've all been there. My favorite videos are when videos where people split their pants and their dick just flopping around in the wind. You're all like, what are you doing, dude? You should have thought about this because now this is embarrassing.
Well, I don't watch videos where people's dicks are just flopping in the wind. Like,
oh, but you must.
Apparently, I should because they're hysterical.
They're very hysterical.
I think they're only funny when people put like sound effects under them, like when they split and their dick falls out and they go, "Damn, Daniel."
Hold on. So this is where he explains to him. He's like, hey, I had $200 in my wallet that they took or whatever. And he's all like, you've been lying this whole time and everything. And he's all like, listen, I had to. So they get on a bus, right? Apparently was this after or before? I can't remember.
After or before what?
They get all their money stolen.
I think this is after.
And he's calling to get her to wire them some money or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So they end up taking a bus, right? And they take the bus as far as they can go. And while they're on the bus, there's a dude playing a boom box, and he's all like, "Can you turn that down?" And the guy's all like, so they turn it off and everything. And he's like, "Thank you." And the guy sees his shoes, and he's like, "Hey, how much you pay for them shoes?" And I love how he looked at his shoes and he's all like, I charged them. It's like, That's not answering the question, fuckface.
And I'm like, you deserve everything that's coming to you, kids.
Exactly. Yeah. And who says that? I mean, like, we all know credit cards is just like free money and everything, but I'm just saying, like, who says that out loud, right? So they get off the bus and he's got a new pair of shoes. And I'm trying to think.
But I go, who would steal his shoes? They were not good shoes.
Yeah, they were like those ones that you see on Instagram, like the soles of these shoes are the best things ever, and you're like, are they though? So then they stop at this little. They go to the bathroom. He goes to clean up, and while he's in the bathroom, there's like this old man who is clearly like, I don't know if he's poor or whatnot, but I thought the thing that he said to him was just like kind of weird because he's like, you getting ready for your turkey dinner? And I'm all like, who says that to a stranger? Like, what's going on here? Like, just clean your armpits and move along.
He's just an old guy trying to make conversation.
Yeah, he was very nice, but at the same time, I'm all like, I was uncomfortable while I was.
I just want to go. You're taking a bath in the sink of the bus stop, and this kid is too. This is not the time to converse at all.
See, I thought the line was going to be ready for your turkey dinner because you're about to gobble something right now. You're about to get a glizzy in this bathroom.
Okay, so they have to truck across the country in a fucking concrete tube.
Michael, they're trying to get to Chicago. You can't tell me that there isn't a truck driver that couldn't have taken them to Chicago.
Right.
Of course there is, but this is a John Hughes movie. It has to go this way. Look at Lord Farquaad about to tell him to get out of the restaurant.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and all they want to do is use the bathroom. They're not there to eat or cause trouble.
The reason they go into this restaurant is because they just recently got into a fight with two guards at the truck stop place. And they beat their ass, but he pulls out the BB gun. He's like, don't kill him, Marv, or whatever he says. And he's like, don't kill him, Marv. And he's like, I'm gonna kill him. He's like, just stop the voice in my head. I was like, the acting in this part is not very good because I would have been like, shoot, Marv. I want to see you shoot, you little fucker. And so they go into this restaurant to clean up, and Lord Farquaad, it's all like, this is not a warming house. Can you just please leave? And everything. And he's like, my son's got a gash on his forehead. Can we clean him up? And she's like, excuse me. Every now and then we get these drifters. She's like, I said, go. Tom. She's like, security and everything. And I'm all like, calm down there, Karen. You need to calm down. Like, so, and then I love how these two stand up and he's like, is this your son? He's like, yeah. She's like, and you don't have a place to go for Thanksgiving? And he's like, no. And she's like, oh dear God. And I'm all like, you need to calm.
Everything they say is the most dramatic thing she's
exactly
the worst thing ever.
Like hi, Doyle, as a grown-up woman. Like she's just like this liberal white woman's all like, we need to save the poor and everything. And so she's all like, they're like, come with us, we'll help you. And they drop him off at, this is insane asylum with a gate and everything. And they're all like, this is a homeless shelter for you. They'll give you a bed and some food to eat.
My husband sits on the board.
Yeah. She's like,
and I'm like, so you couldn't have given him bus fare?
Yeah, exactly. Like, bitch, give him some dollar bills. Dutch, be like, loan me $50.
I'm not gonna lie though. The scene where they're getting ready to go in here and they sit down to eat.
Oh, we're about to talk about
crack me up.
Yeah.
So much.
Okay. So we get this.
So he gets a tray of food, like at any homeless shelter or any kitchen. And he sets it up like he's eating at a 5-star restaurant.
5-star hotel. Exactly. Like I'm all like, I'm sorry. And I love how he's cleaning off the knife and the spoons and everything.
And I love how everyone's trying to keep eating, but they like are just staring like.
They're just like, who the fuck is this kid? Who do you think you are? Motherfucker.
They're like, what Martha Stewart episode did he just fucking watch?
Welcome to the weed sale, you little bitch, and everything.
I would have started talking into like an English accent, like, darling, I haven't famished. I haven't eaten in ages.
Yeah, and so I love how he pours the water or whatever this is, this
ginger ale or whatever, apple juice, whatever.
Yeah, just ever so slightly in there. When he pulled out this package, now it is a wet wipe. I'm not gonna lie, since I hadn't seen this so much, I thought it was Alka-Seltzer. And I was like, I swear to fucking Christ, if he throws Alka-Seltzer in that water, I'm gonna freak out. But it wasn't.
Well, and I love the little girl that's sitting across the table from him that's looking at him all dreamy eyes. And I'm like, no, sweetie, he is a sociopath. Look at what he is doing.
Exactly. Yeah. That was like, sweetie, he's gonna eat this meal and then he's gonna carve you up. Okay. And then as he's about to eat, and I love how the look on his face when he's eating the soup. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. That looked like some hearty Campbell's beef stew and everything. So it was the 90s. And so this little girl grabs half his roll and he's all like, that's mine.
I would like to add non-3D printed Campbell's.
Exactly. Non-3D printed. Exactly. And so this little girl, she's just looking at him like, don't touch me and everything.
And she's just like, dude, that's some damn good bread. Can I just have some more bread?
Yeah, I would like to
in there.
Hold on. I want to point out something that I noticed in the editing wise, because so the first look we get at her, like, look at him. What an asshole. Before this, hold on. Sorry, I didn't get it. I'm so annoyed. Okay, so if you notice her right there, she's got half the roll. She's got half a roll right there. She's already got half a roll, so she doesn't need his half. Because then the very next, like 2 seconds later, she's all like, give me that bread. And he's like, it's mine. And then it's gone. It's gone. That bitch ate it so fast. I'm all like, maybe you don't need any more bread. Bread's just sugar anyway.
She is a growing child. She needs
all the and in 1991, the food pyramid, the bread was still the bottom. So you got to get them 12 to 13 servings in.
Yeah, that's 13 servings. That shit still pisses me off. Okay, anyways. So he finally gives up his half of a roll and everything. And she's very cute and small. And then Dutch is all like, that was nice. That was nice and everything. And I'm all like, she didn't deserve it, but whatever. It's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, who didn't teach her not to touch other people's food?
Yeah. Exactly.
And who would want it after that kid put his hand on it anyway?
Exactly.
If you put the hand on the bread.
But if you notice, he doesn't give her the half that she smacks. He gives her the other half.
Other half. That's a great point. That
is a good point.
So now they're sitting on their cots and everybody's trying to get some sleep all at the same time. And Dutch's bread keeps breaking. And to the chagrin of all the people, especially this guy. Where is he at?
The old man.
Yeah, this guy who's like, shh. Yeah, he's like, is there a problem? I would have been like, yeah, you better lay your fucking head down or there will be a problem like this with your face.
It's like, I haven't slept in 4 days. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You will go to sleep or I will put you to sleep.
So he's all like, trade me cots because I need this one won't hold me. And he's like, because I'm like 1,000 cheeseburgers ahead of you. And he's like, fine. And this cot sinks to the floor. I'm like, I don't think that's a real thing, but whatever. So then while they're doing that, he lays next to the black woman and her black child. And she's all like, where are you from? And everything. And he's like, Chicago. And she's all like, I'm from Mississippi. I can't remember what she says. And they have a little conversation. She's like, we were living out of my car, but that gets pretty, not so much fun. They're
heading to like Milwaukee or something, aren't they?
Yeah. Because the husband has got a break on a job or some shit like that. Okay. So then the next day, this nice couple, they decide to give them a ride to Chicago. And when they get to the house, they get out. Oh, hold on. Sorry, wrong. This is the right one. Okay. When they get out. I
should say at one point, the little boy does call his dad.
Oh, I forgot to mention that. Vetta. Yes, thank you.
Girlfriend answers the phone and he realizes that his dad was lying to him and gave up spending time with him to be with a whore.
With his
mistress.
With his mistress. Although, is it a mistress if they're...
It's not a mistress. They're divorced. It's just a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Or a call girl, a sex worker. Who knows?
Yeah.
It'd been great if it was one of those whores from that robbed him.
that would be great.
That would have been hysterical. That would have been a genius move.
Yeah. So they make it to the house and... the ex-husband, he shows up.
We should say Dutch gives the gentleman, the husband of the family, his business card and tells him to come by and he'll set him up with a job on Monday.
Yes. So then the rich dad shows up and the mom kisses him on accident because she thinks it's Dutch and everything. And then the kid comes in, he hugs the mom first which the dad does not like that. He's like, this is some bullshit.
And he's
And
like,
he's like,
let's go, Junior.
yeah, he's like, do you want to go with me or do you want to stay with your mother? And he's like, I want to stay with mom. You lied to me. You said you were in Europe. You weren't in Europe. You were in bed fucking some hooker and everything. And he's all like, fine, I'm out. And he's like, ex-wife, I want you out by Monday.
Yeah. He's like,
And
you'll be
everything.
hearing from my lawyers. Get out of my house.
Right. And so he goes outside, but Dutch is all like, I got to have a chit chat. And he's like, hey, when did you say she was going to have to get out? And he's like, Monday. He's like, what was that again? And he punches him like right in the forehead. Like, I love the way like his neck snaps back. And then he just has this big fucking stamp of approval on his
Do you
forehead.
remember those dolls when we were kid that had the sand weight in them, the blow up, and you'd punch them and then they
Oh, yeah.
pop
Like,
back up?
yeah,
That's what he reminded me of.
right. So then he's like, what'd you say? And he's like, like next week. And he's like, how about 6 months? He's like, no problem. No problem. And then he's like, he can't walk to his own car. Like he's all like, my favorite thing is when he walks to his car. No, well, he walks to his car and he's like looking for it, and then he turns and he sees it and he goes, oh, like there it is. like where did you think it was gonna go? Like it just disappeared. And shit.
Yeah, like it just disappeared and moved itself.
Yeah. And then I love how he walks over to his car, and his car is like a Pinto or some shit. It's not even like that car. Is that a nice car? I don't know. It's like,
I think it's like one of those early BMWs, like late 80s,
I don't
early
like
90 BMWs.
well, whatever it is, I don't
sports
like it.
car things.
So, and he does slip and fall and everything. He's like, I'm okay. Now, one
As if
thing,
Dutch gives a fuck if he's okay.
yeah, Dutch is all like, hey, little weirdo. So, okay, so now before we get into this last scene, I forgot to mention, and you guys forgot to mention too, Dutch promised Doyle that he was going to shoot him with that BB gun at least once. And at one point, he's like, do you want to get it over with now or do you want to do it later?
Oh, and we should also mention too, Doyle also at some point after he offers the job realizes that like he sees the business card or something and realizes that Dutch owns like the biggest construction company in Chicago or some shit. So he's really rich too.
Himself, yeah. But he earned his money.
Right.
Like says he's working class. Yeah. So then they're sitting down to a turkey meal and it looks great. Everything looks great. I got something for your mom in my coat. You know, the one with the hole in
special.
Can you go grab it for me? Something special. And he's like, now? He's like, yeah, go grab it and everything. And while he goes to grab it,
it's something special. He gets giddy. Like the boy all of a sudden goes from now to, oh my gosh, you got something for my mom.
Okay. And everything.
Yeah.
And then he tells the mom, he's like, hey, can you move over a second? She's like, yeah. And then he pulls out the BB gun. And Doyle turns around and he's all like, oh shit, that's right. And he's like, hey, fucker, look at that look. He's like, hey, guess who's getting it now? You little piece of shit. You stole my deck of cards and jerked off to it, weirdo. And then he's like,
they all start laughing.
Because then he puts the gun down. He's like, ha, 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 gotcha, and everything. And they're all like, ha, 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 ha. You're so funny, Dutch. He's like,
like Melrose Place.
Yeah. And then he gets that look on his face, like he's like, you know what? That shit did really hurt my nutsack when you shot me with it.
He's like, you better just be lucky I'm not killing you, and I'm just shooting you with this BB gun.
And then he's like, and then it goes to black, and we get this. Ouch!
Yep.
Yeah, and that is where the movie ends. Okay. Now, before we wrap this up, I do want to ask you, do you think that this was a happy ending? Because I have thoughts on this. I'm just going to go with my thoughts because you guys don't say anything.
No, I was
letting Vetta
let him go first.
No, guess first, Marlin. You go first. Do you think this was a happy ending?
Yeah, I do. I mean, it is it the happiest of endings? Is it the perfect ending? No, but I mean, it's a happy ending. Like the kid's happy. He learned a few lessons in life. The mom's happy. She's going to marry a successful guy. She gets to stay in the house for
one
another.
rich guy to another.
Yeah, you know, she just she clearly isn't capable of getting a job. She's got to find another rich guy. So yeah, I mean,
That's a job within itself. Come on.
That is true. They're hard
That's
to
true.
find. Trust me, I know. Vetta, what about you?
I go, it's a happy ending for this movie because it ends at Thanksgiving dinner, which was the whole thing. He was just coming home for Thanksgiving. But let's be honest, they're turning around on Monday morning and putting him back on a plane to go back to Atlanta to go back to his school. So I go, overall, probably not. For the weekend, yes.
See,
yeah, but he's bringing that deck of cards to school with me. Guys, watch this. All right, you ready?
Right now, he's the stud on the floor because he's
All right,
showing
now that
everybody
you say that,
boobies.
okay, maybe, yeah, he's like selling cards to his fellow.
Yeah, he's like creating his own side hustle and just selling these topless cards to.
Oh, no, he's renting them out. He's like, who wants?
Yeah,
to
he's
use
not
space for the
selling them.
weekend?
Selling
Yeah,
them not
$5.
the way to go. He's
God damn it,
building
Billy! You ruined my card. I needed this one.
Yep.
Well,
now
yeah.
you got to buy it. That's $100 to
Yeah,
buy
that's
it.
how it
That's what I
works.
could have made off of it.
Yeah, you just come on the page and then you just close it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Anyway,
your
What does that
juice
say?
is on it, you idiot.
Don't guys
Yeah,
like
that's
move
weird.
up their belly and like come on their belly and then wipe it all
Okay,
over
this
the
is weird.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Anyway, so okay, I was gonna say I didn't think it was that happy of an ending because like his parents got divorced. I think that's really sad. He's like in a broken home now, and I mean like nothing's saying Dutch is sticking around, and he just shot her child with a BB gun. That I'm sorry, like if I was dating somebody, if I got a divorce and I was dating somebody and they shot one of my children with a BB gun, I'd be like, yeah, we're done. You're a fucking psycho.
But your twin shot you with one and you still talk to him.
I'm his brother. If he shot my child with a BB gun, I'd be like, we're done talking right now. Because you're a psycho. And, but yeah, no. So but I didn't think it was that happy an ending. I was kind of bummed a little bit by the ending, if I'm being honest. Yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
So do we think this was like, I have a question for you. Do you think this was supposed to kind of be like a Home Alone situation where they
Oh my gosh, I have so many thoughts on this.
Where
Well,
you could make more?
I don't know about that.
No.
But
okay, so I wrote down I said at the end of the day, this is a John Hughes second Thanksgiving movie after Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Mm-hmm.
That it seemed like Uncle Buck and Home Alone, also John Hughes films. It seems like Uncle Buck and Home Alone's Bastard Child. It went down in the box office as a bomb, but it'll go down as one of those almost a cult classic.
Yeah, because this is considered like a huge fail for John Hughes. This is not considered a great movie. This was like one of his first like big like fails. And it did come out a year after Home Alone. That's why I'm saying, do we think this was supposed to be like
It came out like a year after it came after like 2 years after Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And that's all it just felt like that movie over again, but with a kid. And like I said, it felt like parts of it was Uncle Buck, which was John Hughes film, and Home Alone, and he melded those two together.
Which is why I kind of was like, does that mean he wanted this to be like a Dutch 2, a Dutch 3, or whatever as this family's relationship progresses or fails? I don't know.
Dutch 2.
No, because he retired shortly after this. Didn't he retire in like 94 from making films?
That I don't know.
I don't remember 100%.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that. I'm a huge Hughes,
I'm a fan, but I'm not like a psychopath that knows every ounce of his life.
Okay, so real quick, was there anything that you guys wanted to mention that we didn't talk about? Because there's one thing I want to talk about, but I want to know if there's anything that we didn't talk about that you guys wanted to talk about.
Does it specifically have to be related to the film?
Yes, because
It's a little fun fact that I thought because I was looking up, I was like, I don't know much about this movie, so I can't remember their last name, but their last name in the film I found out was also Claire's last name in The Breakfast Club, which is also a John Hughes film.
Nice.
And
I like
so
that.
they're somehow related, and her family was rich in that film. So they're somehow related.
Oh,
Maybe
how
in the
fun would
job.
that have been if the mom, because she's a redhead, if her name would have been Claire?
No, it would have been cool if Claire is the sister of the rich dad, and that's how they all have the same last name. And his brother is the dad in Home Alone, who's also rich. So anyway,
well, there's a movie right there.
Right?
yeah.
See,
Vetta, was there anything you wanted to talk about this movie that we didn't get a chance to talk about?
I did have something, but I completely lost it because I was listening to Marlin. Hold on, give me a second. It'll come back. Maybe not.
I'll give you another fun fact while she's thinking real quick.
No, I got it. Let me do it before I forget. If you are dating someone and they are divorced with a child and their child even has an inkling of Doyle, run. It's a red flag. Run.
Yes, I agree. I
say don't date women with baggage. That means
I agree. I would
At
agree
least
with
you
that.
know if they have a child, they put out.
Oh, please, they'll all put out. Okay, so here's the thing I want to talk about. Okay, so after they ride with the hookers in their car, and he wakes up and he's slobbering on her titty, and then they go inside the gas station. Dutch says to Doyle, he says something. He's like, "Did you?" And he's like, "Maybe a little bit." I'm like, "Did anybody go? Did he like get a silver dollar? Like, did he come in his pants? Like, what happened here?" I'm like, what is? Did anybody get what they were talking about? Because I was like, I'm confused a little bit, but like, did he suck on her titty? What happened?
I think
I don't know. I felt like
feel.
Yeah,
What?
like if you copped a feel. I think it was like teasing me. Did you cop a field? Did you get to see a little titty action kind of thing? Like, did you make it to first base?
Over the clothes action,
Gotcha.
But see, here's the thing. I think that Dutch was implying that, but Doyle was implying I jizzed in my pants. Like, got a little happy. I like the way it feels in my underwear.
A 13-year-old boy.
Yeah. Just sitting there rubbing it like it's a wishing stone.
I mean, this boy probably woke up with oyster in his pants, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, silver dollar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. Well, if that's all that we have, we're gonna wrap this sucker up, you guys. But thank you so much for listening to us. Now make sure to follow us on Twitter at BS Drunk Pod to stay updated. Also, you guys, if you listen to us on Apple Podcast or Spotify, please leave us a 5-star review, you guys. We would really appreciate it, and it helps us out tremendously. You have no idea. Also, like I said before, we will be posting the video version of this to our YouTube channel, so be sure to check us out there, and you can see our lovely faces. And that is at YouTube at BS Drunk Movie Reviews. Also, you guys, we do have a Patreon if you guys are interested. And we have plenty of different levels to suit your needs. But what we do over there is we review a whole movie franchise. And we've done Jurassic Park, the Scream series, the Bring It On series, all that good stuff. Go over and check it out. And if you're interested, the link for that will be in the description down below. But most importantly, you guys, please don't forget to drink, recap, review, and repeat. Bye, you guys.
Bye.